Jalen Green is regarded as one of the brightest young stars in the NBA. His exciting playing style mixed with his impeccable fashion sense, except for the glittery bell-bottom suit he wore on draft night, has made him must-see TV on and off the court. As he approaches his potentially $200 million deal, let's take a look at his current lifestyle and net worth. Jalen Green was born on February 9, 2002 in Merced, California, the very same place NBA legend Ray Allen was born. Maybe there is something in the water in Merced which makes great shooters. Green is also one of a handful of NBA players with Filipino heritage. His mother, Bree Puruganan, is of partial Filipino descent through her grandfather. As a kid, Jalen did a bunch of traveling, growing up in different parts of Cali before moving to Fresno. Fresno is kind of a hotbed for NBA talent, as there have been many players like Paul George who've made it out of Fresno to the NBA. And it didn't take long for the basketball bug to bite young Jalen. As a kid, Green grew up playing a ton of basketball and football. But of course, we know which of those two sports he really fell in love with. As basketball fanatics, we're just glad he decided to go with the Spalding rather than the pigskin. Jalen's love for basketball was nurtured by his stepfather, Marcus Green. Marcus played basketball with professionals like the NBA's Deshaun Stevenson. Green knew early what he wanted to do with his life, and by the time he was in the 6th grade, he was playing amateur athletic union basketball and was practicing 5 hours a day. That's some incredible work ethic for a kid to have. Heck, most grown men don't work as hard as Jalen did in 6th grade. Having this type of discipline so early in life is a cheat code. But we aren't complaining. All that practice and dedication paid off, as he's one of the brightest young stars in the NBA. However, his journey to the big leagues is as unique as his fashion sense. More on that later. But first, let's see how Jalen navigated his way to the big leagues. The traditional route for NBA players is to make a name for themselves in high school and get recruited by one of the better college basketball programs. Then shine in the NCAA tournament before declaring for the NBA. But Green isn't your traditional player. The high-flying sensation decided to take a different route, even if that meant giving up his dream of winning an NCAA championship. Despite having offers from colleges like Auburn, Oregon, and Memphis, Green decided to forego his college eligibility and sign with the NBA G League. He would be the first player of the NBA G League Ignite team, a developmental team affiliated with the G League. Green would be a trendsetter, as since then, many high school talents have taken the opportunity to play in the G League and get paid for their services, rather than spend a year playing college ball. Green would shine in the G League as he averaged 17.9 points, 4.1 rebounds, and 2.8 assists per game, which was more than good enough to have the league salivating at the opportunity to get their hands on this talented guard. Jalen really did his thing in the G League. His numbers were so good that scouts debated whether or not Jalen should be selected number 1 overall in the 2021 NBA draft. In the end, Green would be selected with the 2nd pick by the Houston Rockets.
Jalen Green from Merced, California, and the NBA G League.
This made him the first ever player to be drafted from the G League. Talk about paving your own way. And one thing was certain from the jump, Green didn't lack any confidence, because he basically said that the Pistons would regret not picking him first overall.
Who is the best player in this year's draft?
I am.
Although Green had an up-and-down rookie season, largely due to his inefficient shooting, which is to be expected for a rookie, he still managed to finish his rookie year averaging 17.3 points per game. This was largely due to his post-All-Star break play, where he averaged 22.1 points per game. He earned all rookie first-team honors for his incredible play. Being part of the NBA Brotherhood comes with many perks, including warding off a whole bunch of sponsors and brand deals. After joining the big leagues, Jalen Green got a call from several popular shoe brands. Imagine being just a teenager and knowing that your phone is going to blow up with sponsorship deals the second you sign that NBA contract. Talk about having the Midas touch. Ultimately, the young superstar ended up choosing the same brand as players like James Harden, Damian Lillard, and Anthony Edwards, and officially announced his Adidas partnership in early 2021. Green's also made a lot of green, working with brands like Google Pixel and WagMe. Also, earlier we mentioned that Green has a unique sense of style and is one of the most fashionable young ball players. Now, his fashion sense might not be for everyone, but the word unique describes it perfectly. He's been able to capitalize on his fashion sense by working with world-famous brands like Louis Vuitton and Paco Rabanne. We won't be surprised to see Jalen walking down the runway one of these days. Of course, these brands are just icing on the cake. The real bread lies with his NBA contracts, both in the present and the ones coming. When it comes to sports contracts, there are very few as lucrative as the NBA. Case in point, Jalen Green at just 20 years old earns an annual average salary of $10 million. His current contract is worth a whopping 4 years, just $40 million. Imagine seeing that direct deposit check. It's no wonder Jalen's iced out everywhere he goes and has the confidence to rock any outfit. And that's just the beginning. If Jalen keeps playing the way he is, he will be eligible for a rookie extension at the end of 2024, which will be worth a total of 5 years, $205 million. That's right, in just another year and a half, Jalen could pocket himself more than $200 million. All that hard work when he was just 5 years old really did pay off for the young superstar. Nowadays, it's almost impossible to live without social media, especially for young guys like Jalen. But he's not your average 20-year-old on Twitter and Instagram. For him, he sees it as a marketing tool. While his Twitter activity is pretty low, he still has nearly 200,000 followers on it. Green's main source of social media addiction is Instagram, where he shows off his fresh fits, cool hairstyles, and the occasional highlight reel to over 2.4 million followers. Jalen is seen as one of the coolest young players in the league, so it's not surprising that he's already so popular. That popularity could go through the roof if Jalen ever reaches his superstar potential. When you're young, rich, and good-looking like Jalen, you can really get anyone you want. For Jalen, he wanted model and influencer Bria Hicks. She is a brand ambassador for Rihanna's Savage X Fendi lingerie line and has dated the likes of Christian Combs, P. Diddy's son. For now, it's unclear whether or not this young couple is still together. If not, we're sure Jalen will be just fine on the dating market. Also, as we mentioned before, Jalen is part Filipino and has spoken at length about wanting to represent the Philippines on the international stage. Green is yet to play on the Philippine national team because there are some eligibility hurdles for Jalen to clear before he can represent the Philippines. But once those are clear, maybe he can team up with Jordan Clarkson and put on a show for his Filipino fans. When it comes to living well, Jalen really knows how to do it. In the offseason, you can catch him traveling around the world to various must-see destinations like Paris or the Bahamas. The best we can do is like his pictures on Instagram. And if you ever do see Jalen in person, you might need a pair of sunglasses, and the jewelry he's always rocking shines brighter than the sun. He is close friends with jewelers like Zofrost, who has studded on Jalen's wrist and neck with hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of diamonds and gold. As for his daily driver, Jalen rides around town in his custom Range Rover, but he isn't all about splashing money just on himself. After securing the bag, Jalen made sure his mom was well taken care of as he bought her a Mercedes-Benz GLE for Mother's Day. Talk about setting the bar high for the rest of us. When it comes to net worth, we have to take a few things into consideration. First is all of Jalen's sponsorship and brand deals. We don't know the ins and outs of his deals, but guessing by his popularity, we're sure those are pretty lucrative. Then, of course, there is his NBA paycheck. He's been racking in quite the dough from the Rocket, which is his main source of income. That's why we'd say his net worth is somewhere between $6 to $12 million. But soon, Jalen could be one of the richest ballers on the planet. Hey, if you enjoyed this video, then please give it a like, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Hit the little bell beside it so you're notified the next time we upload a new video. With that being said, you just watched the lifestyle and net worth of Jalen Green. See you next time.